All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we are preparing for deer season 2023. The season is quickly approaching. It's not too far off. There are some things that you need to be doing right now to get yourself ready for the season. I'm going to walk through a couple of things that I've done and I'm about to start doing. Some of them I started last week. The TWRA started their online quota hunt application process. I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. You have until like mid-July to submit your applications for quota hunts. If you're not familiar with quota hunts, I'm going to introduce it to you today. We're also going to go through a handful of other things on here, but let's just dive right into it. I'm going to show you on my laptop some of the things that you need to start doing as you're getting ready to prepare for your season. You're going to start off by wanting to go to the TWRA website, go to their hunting tab, scroll down, and you're going to see right there at the top of the screen, Quota Hunts. Click that, and it's actually an application process that goes through the licensing, the same avenue that you take to purchase a license. You're going to log in as though you were purchasing a license, and you're going to pop up on this screen, and it says right there, apply for quota hunt. You're going to select that. Now, I already applied for mine last week, but you would see a tab right there that said apply for a quota hunt. And then you're going to see this big long list of places that you could apply to hunt. And you're just going to pick out the one that you want to go to. If you don't know which one you're going to want to go to, you're going to want to explore those options and do a little research to know which one is the best option for you. I always go with President's Island. I've been putting in there for a lot of years. I've got a lot of priority points built up for this place. It used to be a lot better hunt than it is now. You can see on this report that they're giving out 2 hunts this year, 30 permits apiece. They're only allowing 1 deer per hunt, and it's a buck only. Now, their antler restrictions are pretty stringent, and you're going to need to go and look up those rules. And how you're going to do that is you're going to go back to the TWRA website. You're going to scroll down their homepage on the hunting tab, and then you're going to find the where to hunt section. Now, when you click that, you're going to choose the region that you're in. I'm going to go over here to the West Tennessee region, which is where we're at in the country. And then you can scroll down and find the area that you're looking for, as long as it's a TWRA area. They don't have everything on here, but they do have this one. And like, I'm going to choose President's Island right here, and I'm going to show you guys why. The application process doesn't tell you all the rules. It just says what you're allowed to do. So if you click on this, it's going to show you all the rest of the rules. It's going to give you the details of the hunt. This is an archery only hunt. The deer has to be a minimum of a 20-inch outside beam spread or 9 points or better. And then it's going to give you a description of the property, you know, as how big it is, where you have to go to check in, your access points, things like that. You're going to want to check that out before you actually apply, so that you know what you're getting yourself into. And then you can go to the interactive map if that wasn't good enough, and you can hunt down all the different places if you want to go that route. And you can see right here, you're just going to, that's President's Island right there. You can zoom in, look at a topo map. You can look at a satellite view map. You can scroll around and look at all the other places. Now, this has the places that aren't necessarily quota hunts too. But you can look up like LBL. LBL is a great place to do a quota hunt. All right, I'm also going to show you how to go check out some more stats. You're going to want to go to your hunter's toolbox. You're going to want to pull up a report, because you want to see the stats of where you're going. You want to go and pull this report. And if you're just going to choose basically every date from last season. So I'm just going to scroll back. I'm picking July. It doesn't really matter. I'm just picking a date range from July of last year to June of this year. I want to choose WMA. It's going to pull a report, and it's going to show me every deer that was killed last deer season and all the WMAs. And these are the quota hunts included. And so the reason why this is important is because you want to see how many quota hunt permits they're giving out versus how many deer were killed on the hunt. And as you can see right here, President's Island, their hunt last year only resulted in 6 deer being killed. That's 6 bucks. And if the hunts were the same way last year as they are this year, that's 60 hunters in the woods, 6 total bucks killed. That's a 10% success ratio. That is not very good. I'm gonna keep my name in the hat just because I've been in it for so long now. I can pretty much pick my place right now if I wanted to choose somewhere else. But let's get into something else. I'm gonna take you guys to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services webpage, where this is gonna talk to you about all the national wildlife refuges, because these are federal places that you can also apply for quota hunts. If you'll scroll down, click that link, it'll pop you up to a very similar map that the TWRA has. And it's going to show you, but it's federal, so you got to remember that it's going to show you the entire country, and there are the equivalent of WMAs, these wildlife refuges, all over the country. If you want to do an out-of-town hunt, this is definitely a way that you should go, where you can apply for a permit. If you get the permit, then awesome, you got a place to go hunt. Just be mindful if you need to know the rules and the licensing and everything in that state to make sure it's not a draw license where you can just buy it over the counter. But I'm going to zoom in around the Memphis area because that's where we're at. And you could just choose and select all the different refuges around to kind of get a little bit more information and see what's available out there. Now, they don't all have quota hunts, but a lot of them do. And the main reason you want to look these up is every single one of these has a completely different set of rules from the other one. Don't read the rules for this place and just assume that they're applicable all over the place. Right here, I'm going to choose Hachi River because it's right down the road. If you'll scroll down on their page, they'll show you an interactive map where you can look up property lines, so you can go and scout the area if you want. You can go on here and you can choose the activities tab, which is going to take you to the place where you can get more information on hunting or fishing. Then you're going to find where they talk about their quota hunts and their rules. Each of these places will have a description of how to apply for their quota hunts, and on this particular one, it requires you to send in a postcard, and they actually enter your postcard into an actual physical drawing. And then if you get drawn, you will be notified by mail that you've gotten your permits. What's great about these places is that a lot of these refuges are bow hunting only, and then these permits allow you to gun hunt. Another great place to hunt is LBL. This is Land Between the Lakes. There's 70,000 acres in the state of Tennessee, plus an additional 100,000 acres in the state of Kentucky if you're interested in doing that. You're going to want to go on their website. You're going to have to create a profile just to be able to log in to apply for one of their hunts. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now is actually a turkey quota hunt because they don't have any active deer quota hunts open right now, but they will have some starting July 1st. July 1st is the marker for most of the federal properties and when they open it up for permit applications. Now we're going to talk about hunting leases. Hunting leases, most hunting terms run from June 1st to the end of May every year. So June is the perfect month to find your new hunting lease. This website right here is called AMP Hunting Land. There are a lot of websites dedicated to helping you find a hunting lease. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit more pricey sometimes if you have to hunt one of these websites down as opposed to knowing a landowner. But the good thing is you can go on here, you can scout a whole bunch of properties in your state. They have detailed maps where you can look at terrain features to try to find the property that's just right for you. They give you pricing and all of this kind of thing. I will put all these links in the description below. This is Premier Hunting Leases. They do have a couple in Mississippi and Louisiana, a few other states. There's usually a lot more properties on here, but you'll have to keep an eye on it to see when they have more come available. This is Weyerhaeuser. Weyerhaeuser and International Paper are both paper companies. They usually have land for lease. I believe International Paper went to a land management company. I do not know the name of that company. Base Camp Leasing is another nationwide hunting lease website where you can look up properties in not every state, but a lot of states. Tennessee has quite a few of them on here at a bunch of different price ranges. But if you're looking for a hunting lease, this is the way to go. You can look up all these properties, look at detailed maps, figure out where it is that you want to go. You can also look on websites like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, but usually when you find ads there, you're looking at clubs that are already pre-existing that's looking for members, so you're kind of like the odd man out joining a group, which if that's your thing, great. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're getting ready for the season like I am. I will see you in the tree when the time comes. Until then, y'all have a good one.